What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of the podcast. My name's Danielle Green. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I thought it was only right for the first episode to have Macy Rose, my best friend since middle school, to join me. If you watch my YouTube channel, you guys already know who Macy is. She's been in a lot of the vlogs, a lot of the videos. We've grown up together. It's been so much fun. So Macy, just go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the people kind of just all about you.
Yeah. So I've been besties with Danielle since like forever. So like that's crazy.
Literally.
Right now I'm a freshman at Samford University, just kind of like studying vocal performance. So I live in Birmingham, but it's good to be back. I haven't been home in a couple months. So
Yeah, this has been the longest break
Yeah.
since we've seen each other.
Yeah.
I don't even, when's the last time? Like,
Probably that summer you interned, but I mean we still saw each other in between.
Yeah.
And that was just 2 months.
yeah.
So
But this has been the longest break
Yeah.
we've seen each other. So we got lunch
good.
today.
We
We're
did.
filming this podcast. So it's really good to have
Good.
Macy back in town.
Yeah.
So I just kind of want to start off by just like talking about, honestly, just how we became friends.
yeah.
Just like sharing some memories. Man, were we in the same homeroom in 6th grade, or did we just? I know we became friends in 6th grade. I really just could not remember.
Were you in Boris' homeroom?
I was.
Okay, no, I was in. I don't remember her name. She's an English teacher.
I think it's just choir.
Choir.
Right? Yeah, choir.
And then
So like
the
6th grade
musical.
choir, and then we were in the musical together all through middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Blackman together, and then we went to Rockville, and so yeah, it all
Everything.
started musicals, man. Choir. That's where it all started. So yeah, let's just say our favorite memory.
Yeah.
And then like a funny memory.
Okay.
So do you have a favorite memory of us to start off?
Fun. Can I do funny memory first?
You can do it
Okay,
however
I
you
was
want,
thinking
yeah.
about this earlier. That one time, we went to an Eagleville football game.
Bro, that's crazy because I was literally thinking about the same.
This one it's the first one that
I have
pops
a
in my head
picture
every
of it.
time.
Yes. Same.
And we went and it was chill and we knew it was gonna rain.
Mm-hmm.
And of course I left my umbrella in the car.
Of course.
And so we're there, we're sitting, and it starts pouring, and we're like, well, I don't know what to do because we're just uncovered.
Yeah.
And so we sprint to the bathroom, and we just put on like the giant trash bags that you find in like a custodial trash can.
Yes.
And we're covered head to toe. We look like nuns.
Yeah.
There's just a little face hole, and we wear those for like 30 minutes.
No, literally. That's crazy because like literally I just had a hoodie on, but it was
Yeah.
like one of those hoodies that like absorbs water.
Yeah.
So like I was like, this is useless. I'm getting drenched in water and
Right.
now I'm like a mop.
Yeah.
And so literally, we went to the bathroom and
It was
like
just
put on
crazy.
trash bags. We took a funny picture. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'll pop that picture on the screen.
Yeah.
If you're listening right now, go to YouTube, subscribe. That's just a
Watch
little plug.
that.
So you can see that picture. But yeah, that was
That's
hilarious.
awesome.
I think just like I don't really have like a specific favorite memory. Just growing up together was so much
It was
fun.
just good.
And so I would say like my favorite memory, and I guess there was a lot of funny memories. It was just like nationals,
That was a fun.
like National Fine Arts. You know, she came with us to nationals and did fine arts with us last year, and that was so much fun. You
Yeah.
know, the trip there, we got to room together. We got to share those. It was like our last memories together right before
Yeah.
we both graduated.
Yeah.
Well, we did graduate, but then we got to go on that fun trip together right before we both went to college.
Departed.
So that was fun.
That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just some of my favorite fun memories.
We've done so much.
Yeah,
It's hard to like
it's
narrow
hard to
it
like
down.
pick just one, but yeah, we've had a lot of fun,
Doing
just crazy
everything.
memories. Anything with Christian, man, we're like the three
It's
amigos.
just
Like
a trio.
we're literally just like the trio. One of my favorite memories, I guess, sentimental memories, was
Yeah.
whenever me and Christian sang to you at your
That was
graduation party.
my second. That was the sweetest moment.
Yeah,
Tears,
it was fun, and
crying.
honestly, like I was so emotional during it too. And like it was like your parents knew about it. Me and Christian
Yeah.
like talked to your parents
I had
about
no
it,
idea.
and like we were trying to surprise you, do something fun.
Yeah.
So that was fun. It was
That
also
was
just really
sweet.
emotional.
Yeah.
But that was really cool. So, so you're in college right now, Samford. What is your major and
Okay.
like what? It's vocal performance.
Yeah, and I
Right?
added a minor. So
Okay.
I'm worship leadership minor officially.
Nice. I don't
Yeah.
even think I knew that.
No.
That's awesome. Okay, so what made you want to pursue vocal performance, and then what made you want to pursue worship leading as your
Okay.
minor too?
Yeah. I'd done theater forever.
Yes.
And I've always sung. My parents say I sung before I spoke, which I don't know because I can't remember that far back. But maybe
Just
that's
came out
true.
singing.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe humming, but
yeah.
But then I did governor's school my summer before my junior year, I think, or after, and it was like a voice study, and so like it was all opera focused, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is cool, I want to do this.
Opera.
And so no one does that anymore.
I know. No, it's so cool though, because like that's just not something that I just like think of. Like, man, I want to be an opera singer.
Yeah.
But it's such a cool
It's
style of
interesting.
music. It's not just something that you can just do.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, not just the average person.
Yeah.
So I think that's so cool.
Definitely draining. I took lessons from the opera professor at MTSU, and I was like, I really like this. And so he plugged me into like his friend that he studied with at his whatever he went to undergrad, and she worked at Stanford. And so I went to Stanford, and I was like, I love this. But I also led worship everywhere, both at Family Worship Center and New Vision, and I just fell in love with that too. And so they have like a minor that like doesn't add too much to my major, so that's like a worship kind of like theology and songwriting.
Yeah, it's like the
like
best
how
of both
to
worlds.
yeah, so it's really cool.
That's awesome.
So that's exciting. Yeah.
Okay, so you're in college. You know, we're adults now.
We are
We're both 19.
We're both 19.
You just turned 19
I
recently. And so like, what's your biggest just like challenge and struggle you're facing with like being in college, being away from home, being, I mean, in the real world?
Yeah.
And then I'll kind of give some on my half, but like kind of what's like your biggest struggle you're kind of facing and challenging right now?
I think, I mean, you're definitely in college, especially if you leave, you're kind of thrown into adulthood before you can like comprehend what that means.
Yeah, it's so true.
And a lot of times, like, even when I lived here, like, I would call my parents about like decisions or like even how to talk to certain people. And now like in college, like you have to do that by yourself. Yeah. But it's on a greater scale because you're also thinking about like your future and like your job and what you want to do, and you're meeting people, and it's like a whole thing. And also like balancing your faith too, because like Stanford's a Christian university, but a lot of people aren't, like they have a religion base, but it's not a relationship. So it's kind of like, where's that? So that's been one of the biggest challenges is kind
There's
of
a big
like
difference.
finding your faith. And like I've had people talk to me about like who the Lord is to them, and then it's like challenging me to be like, okay, what do I believe? Because I have to fight for that, you know. And so more than I've taught people, I feel like people have like taught me like where I stand in my faith, because I've always felt like I had my own faith here, but it's completely different when you move away.
That's so good, because there comes a point in your life when like you can't just rely on like your parents' faith anymore. You know, like like we grow up and we go to church because our parents go to church, you know? And so like when you go to college, like you have to continue to stick around in your faith, and you have to rely on your own personal relationship with Jesus, and not just what your parents, you know, like it has to be your faith and not just what your parents. Do you have any advice for like just staying rooted in Jesus while you're at college? Because you had to go to college and, you know, you weren't with your family, you weren't with your church, you didn't know anybody. So like, how have you done that?
I definitely think like getting plugged in somewhere quick is like a thing. Like people talk about church hopping, and that's really good. It's just like for me it was important to find one like soon, and like finding a college ministry. So like I have this really good small group there. I go to Shades Mountain Baptist, and so they have like a college ministry, and we do small groups. So they've definitely held me accountable for my faith, and it's nice to talk to believers that you know have the same perspective with you. Absolutely. But also like I kind of had to spend last semester like truly knowing like how to spend intentional time with the Lord. Like I had to get to the point where I just carried around my Bible like all the time, or even just a journal. Like I learned like journaling prayers was like my thing last semester, because I just was like, I'm thrown into this new place, and basically Jesus is my best friend. Like I have no one else here now.
That's so true. Because like you're going to a new place where you like literally know nobody, and Jesus is the only person that you have.
That's all I got.
I know it sounds like cringy, but like he's
That's
the only
so
person
real.
you know.
He knows me the best.
Exactly.
And so I just had to find like even 30 minutes after a class before the next one, I was like, let me go to the quad, and I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna journal my day and just ask him to guide me, and that saved some of my like mental and spiritual health a lot of the time, was just kind of like how to spend intentional time with him. Because I don't get to spend as much time at a church as I did last year. And I was like in between here and New Vision all the time. So now it's kind of like it's literally up to yourself to kind of figure out where your faith is. So, and I like that. It's grown me, but it's hard.
No, for sure. And like it helps you. It's a mature thing, you know, like it helps you to mature. It's like you're maturing your faith because you want to do it, not because somebody else is telling you to do it. And that's crazy that you say like you prayer journal now, because that's something I've been doing recently. Like I feel like right now, even though like I'm in this weird season, and like I've been going through a lot of just emotional healing recently, because a lot of things that have happened the last couple months. But like I've been like really like getting like, this is the most I've been into God's word ever in my life. That's like awesome. I feel like my relationship with him is actually growing so much through this season. And so I met with Jordan yesterday, I told you that. And so we're doing this Bible study, and something we were talking about yesterday, I forgot exactly what story we were on. But it was about just like healing. And something that just came to me that I've kind of just been focusing on recently is like something has to be broken for it to heal. And so, and not just obviously physically, like some, you know, if your bone's broken, it's going to heal, you know, whatever. But I mean like spiritually, like if you want God to heal you from your emotional pain, your heart has to break for what his heart breaks for, you know? Good. And so I thought that was so good. And then, you know, Jordan just gave me like more examples of like, you know, you can't have true happiness without like grief or like without pain, because then you can't appreciate the happiness. And so just stuff like that has really been growing me like through this season of like healing and waiting, and like I just have to truly rely on him. And I've been like, we do, you know, staff prayer every Monday. During prayer I'm just journaling my thoughts. That's you know good. Just, you know, and it's so important for me to like write down things. And a lot of people like notes now. I really like to write things down on a piece of paper, especially for like my prayers and like just like journaling and stuff like that. So that's been so important to me recently. And so just staying rooted in Christ while you're in college, while you're in the real world, I would say just like, you know, find a local church first of all. You know, and that's something big. That you said. That's the first thing like you did whenever you got to Sanford. Like, I need to find a church.
Where is it?
You know, exactly. And, you know, if I were to move or go somewhere, that's what I would do first. Like, I need to find a church. I need to get plugged in to it and like get plugged in. I need to get plugged in. I need to maybe start serving, like doing something to impact the community. And then really just like making time for God. Something that Pastor Bryce tells me all the time is like, you need to make an appointment with God each day.
That's good.
You know, just like you would make an appointment for a meeting, like you need to make an appointment with God every single day. You know, he's your most important appointment. So like, just like you said, like between classes, I'm going to go and I'm going to sit with God. You know, either you're going to pray, you're going to write, you're going to read. Like I'm going to make an appointment with Jesus every single day. And that appointment's not, if you know, if you have to move things around, that's fine. But like, you're still going to make that appointment find that time. Exactly. And then really like, I would say with all of this, just like surrounding yourself with friends, with believers that are going to build you up. You know, and that the right people in your life, you know, a pastor that I know used to say this all the time, show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
That's good.
And so, and it's so good. It's so true because like, you know, you conform to what you're around. You conform to the people that you're around. So for me, this relationship, our friendship has meant so much to me because like we truly build each other up. You know, like we are grounded in our faith. And so we can help each other and build each other up through that. So do you have anything else to just add around those points or anything? Or
I think you hit it pretty well. I love that Bryce said like make the appointment. Like that's cool.
It's so
like,
good.
I haven't heard anybody put it that way.
Yeah, me either.
And
Until he
like,
said
cool.
that, and I was like, that's so
that's
so that's so
awesome.
true.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So that's pretty much all I have for today for this episode. Do you have anything else to kind of leave or add before we sign off?
I don't think so. This is fun.
This was so much fun.
This is a cool thing.
Yes, I'm excited to continue this. Macy, thank you so much for joining me today for this first episode.